You're very welcome back. We are outside the studio this morning. They actually let us out of the building. The sun is shining. We're not complaining. Now, if you are planning to take part in the Women's Mini Marathon on Monday, well, good luck to you first of all. And it's a great thing to do and a great event to be part of, but you should factor in some important tips from the experts. And this morning, I'm joined by personal trainer Brian Cash. Good morning to you, Brian.
Good morning, Anna. How are you?
I was saying to you during the break, I've done the mini marathon plenty of times, walked it with friends, but never thought about any of these tips. Warm up, post stretching, recovery. What do we need to be considering first as part of the warm up and the preparation?
What you need to be considering is basically giving yourself the best chance. So that's hydration before the event, warming up before the event, and then recovering after, so the next day you're not too stiff or sore. You can't really get up out of bed, for instance.
So a good breakfast to start the day, I suppose.
Good breakfast to start the day, some protein, some fat, so say scrambled eggs, avocado, stuff like that, then maybe some oats, some carbohydrates, start sipping on water so you're not going to the race dehydrated, you're hydrated going to the race, and that should be fine with that then, yeah.
Okay, so once you have the hydration and the food right, you need to think about stretching, don't you?
Of course, yeah. So ideally you get there maybe 10-15 minutes beforehand to give yourself a bit of time to get loose and to get warm, elevate your heart rate. You don't want to be standing on the start line cold and then all of a sudden break into a run or a fast walk or that. Risk of injury. So yeah, you just want a nice easy warm up just to give yourself the best chance.
Okay, you're going to talk us through some basic warm-up routines, and Michelle is kindly going to demonstrate this morning. So mobilising the ankle, knee and hip joint. Talk us through this.
Yeah, so it's fairly straightforward, Michelle, if you want to help us out here. So you'd start off with your ankles. It's obviously going to be all lower body because you're running, obviously, but just basically circular motions with your ankles. So toe on the floor, elevate your heel at the back, maybe 10 to 12 circles, nice and easy, okay? You probably hear a few creaks and cracks. That's nothing to worry about. It's like cracking your knuckles, okay? Then you'd swap to...
I'm glad you said that. I'm not on my own.
You'd swap to the opposite ankle then. Like really basic stuff. You can be doing it, chatting to your friends, anything you want. Like it doesn't have to be too extreme, okay? Once you've done that then, you move up into your knees. So then little circular motions, maybe 10, 12 one way, 10, 12 the other. So you're not actually stretching off yet, you're just mobilising your joints, ankle, knees, and then we'll go into our hips now. I'll actually help Michelle here. If you want to come over here, Michelle. Yeah, so into a little leg swing. You'd need a partner here maybe, or up against a wall or a tree, and literally really simple. You can be chatting away, how the race is going to go, etc. Simple stuff.
And it's the kind of stuff that you should probably be doing before any long walk or any exercise.
Yeah, like we see people all the time now, like out exercising outside, walk and run, which is great to see.
Of course.
Yeah, like it's not going to do you any harm. It's going to help you. It's going to make you
prevent injuries as well, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, so once you've done your stretches, what about post-race or post-run or walk?
Yeah, so to recover after, you're normally stiffer the day after your event. So for instance, the adrenaline's still going once you've finished.
Right.
Okay, so you'd probably the next day, well, you'd stretch off after the event.
So do some stretches afterwards.
Yeah, you'd do some stretches afterwards, and you'd actually then take a little bit more time to stretch off your actual muscles. So for instance, show you an example of a quad stretch there. So Michelle, if you want to come in there into a quad stretch, that's it, there you go. So like we all know these stretches from going to the gym or whatever, you know, just actually doing them. So say after the event, you can relax there, Michelle, you'd hold it for maybe 30-40 seconds, a little bit longer, and then the next day then you might do them again along with maybe a walk or something like that to just loosen the legs off again.
Some gentle exercise to build yourself back up again.
Yeah, just to loosen the legs off again, yeah.
Okay, and the last part, the recovery. Yeah,
so recovery, straight after the race, I would advise. Obviously, I've gone in to watch the run a few times, and straight away...
You mean you haven't taken part?
No, they wouldn't let me.
You're Guna.
So you see, like, guys going in for drinks and all after, which is great to see, you know. So what you would do is you want to make sure you're hydrated after the race as well. So you're sipping on water again, energy drink, bring some fruit with you. energy bar, protein shake if you have them, be great for after the race.
Okay.
And literally, yeah, that would be it then.
It's actually a really good point, Brian. There's no point in being hydrated and very sensible about your diet beforehand and then going off and having a few glasses of bubbles and not really thinking about it.
Yeah, well, no. Listen, you've just done a 10K run, so you deserve a few drinks or whatever. But just listen, think of sipping on water straight away. If you're going for a drink after, take a glass of water with it. So glass of water for every pint, or
for every
glass of wine, or whatever you have. Yeah.
Okay. Be sensible.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
No
Brian
problem.
Cash, for joining us this morning, and
No
thank you,
problem.
Michelle. Now we're going back into Tommy.